next up we have Good Health is a Choice from Johann Ilgenfritz, who is the CEO of UK Health Radio. So if you'd like to welcome him up.
Good morning, everybody. Wonderful to be here in NAWC UK. Is an amazing thing that is being created at the moment. I've just listened to Jonathan speak. Amazing stuff you're doing. Fantastic. Jack as well. This is, I think this is so important to get the message out to everybody. As Johanna said, my name is Johann Ilgenfritz. I'm a cancer survivor and the founder of UK Health Radio. I have a mantra, and my mantra is, good health is a choice. Now, I know that's a pretty bold statement to make, but in most cases, and in my case, good health was a choice. When it comes to cancer, I've walked my talk. Come to think of it, comes to heart attacks, I've had one of them as well. Did you know that only 5 to 10% of all cancer-related illnesses on the planet today are genetically inherited? That means 90 to 95% are contributed to our lifestyles. With stress, nutrition, and toxic overload being the top culprits. My health issues, or as I now call them, my health opportunity, started back in 2011. There I was, living the life of a fashion photographer, when in February of that year, I had the heart attack. And then in June of the same year, wondering why I wasn't feeling better after the heart attack, I was diagnosed with cancer. I immediately started radiotherapy, but something during the radiotherapy worried me all the time. I did 2 sets of radiotherapy all in the end. I was never asked to do anything. I was never part of the process. I had one goal or one thing that I had to do, and that was actually be there for the therapy. That was all. In October of 2011, I was given the all clear, cancer-free, but something stayed with me. That feeling of not being part of what had just happened to me lingered on. But you know what it's like, ladies and gentlemen, if you... I literally thought, been there, done that, got the T-shirt and the mug, seriously. But of course, life goes on, and it did, unfortunately. In February of 2012, during my first post-cancer checkup, I was told that my cancer had returned with a vengeance, and that I had a life expectancy of maximum 12 months. This was a very profound day in my life, not only because of the news I had just received, but the first time I was told I had cancer really put me into an absolute tiz. I couldn't help myself for weeks afterwards. That day was different because for the first time in my life, I actually made a conscious decision. And that decision was not to die. I knew that I had to become part of the process. I didn't quite know how yet. I thought to myself, okay, so the first option that I'd been given didn't work. So what? Find another one, or more than one options if need be. Where do you go when a person like myself that didn't know what to do, that had basically been sent home to die? You go there where everybody says you shouldn't go, the internet. What followed were really many very dark hours and hundreds of pieces of information-filled paper that I'd printed out from the internet. Until one morning, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, I read a sentence that literally took my breath away. The sentence read, "Cancer cannot survive in an oxygenated alkaline cellular environment." For me, this was something new, but apparently it wasn't. A German biochemist by the name of Dr. Warburg had actually won a Nobel Prize in medicine for this discovery in 1931. I immediately woke Raffaella, my wife, and I said to her, I think I've found a way not to die through something that I'd never heard of before, through nutrition, through lifestyle changes. Deep down inside, I knew if I could change the cause, I could change the effect. Now, I mean, this is a natural law, ladies and gentlemen. If you change the cause, you will change the effect. I went from believing that cancer was the cause of my illness to realizing that it was merely a symptom of an already sick body. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I've been cancer-free now for 5 years. I still optimize my diet, my lifestyle. It's not only diet anymore, it's gone way past that. On a daily basis, I am a vegan. And it's not only what you eat, what your food eats, what your food is sprayed with or genetically tampered with. It's also what you think, very important. So the mental health aspect of it is absolutely vital. Now, all this I've just told you was the birth of an idea, the birth of UK Health Radio. I wanted to create a platform where people as myself could go to find quality, true, positive information, but not only one side the information, all options, both sides of the story. UK Health Radio features not only natural health, but also mainstream health. And we feature them side by side with the intention not to provoke, but purely to inform. Once again, I woke Raffaella at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said to her, I want to start a radio station. And no, she didn't say, are you mad? It's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're going to do what? No. She said, I'm sure you will. And I did. 6 weeks later, we launched UK Health Radio, the beta version of it, on the wonkiest website you'd ever seen. Literally, personally, privately, I called it Wonder Radio. First, I wondered how I was going to do it, and then I wondered how the hell I'd actually managed to do it. We had 2 listeners for the first 3 months. I was one of them. And I think she was the other one. She's never admitted it, though. So, today, we have the most in-depth information on the widest range of health topics available. All aspects of health and wellness, fitness, diet and nutrition, illness prevention, and environmental issues. I will say from the skin to the soul, very important, not to leave anything out. We deliver our information through, at the moment, today, now, we deliver our information through 28 presenters, doing 32 shows. We're on air 24/7. Most of course, the information is delivered through the radio, but not only. We have a listen-on-demand section, which is where if you miss anything on the radio, you can go whenever you wish and find it there. We have a very extensive article section because we found a lot of people like to read or like to print it out or make screenshots of the information, whatever. We also have started this about 5 years ago. It's a digital magazine. It's called Health Triangle Magazine. It really is fantastic because it's unlike all the other health magazines that are all very sterile and very. This is a lifestyle magazine. It reads and looks like one, but it is filled from top to bottom only with health. Our latest project is called Wiki Health. Now, as the rest of UK Health Radio, in Wiki Health, it's exactly what the name says. It's a Wikipedia of health that we are building up. It only started mid last year, so we're still in the launch stage of it. But it does exactly what the rest of UK Health Radio also does. So it'll show a condition, it gives the symptoms, and then it gives you 6 options. And I mean from everything from light therapy, sound therapy, all the way through to biochemical products and treatments. And everything in between, Chinese, Japanese, homeopathy, acupuncture, homeopathy, the whole works. I've been asked quite a few times, so why radio and why not television or whatever? There's a very good reason for it, because I find radio is the most, I don't know, how can I put it, the most intimate media available to us, especially for conveying information. There's another reason. I have a saying that goes, radio goes in your ears and the information stays in your head. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, good health is a choice, and good radio is also a choice. UK Health Radio has a very clear purpose, and this purpose is to inform and animate you in a positive manner, to take responsibility for your own health. This doesn't mean taking your health into your own hands, just to be part of the process of attaining and or keeping your health freedom, because it's one of the 3 fundamental freedoms we have, believe me. Just to give you an idea, at one stage while I had cancer, it took me 20 minutes to walk up 3 flights of stairs. Then you realize how important that freedom is, freedom of health is. Just to finish off, UK Health Radio is your leading health conversation station, informing the world one show at a time. And I just would like to ask everybody here to use us, speak with us, so that we can get your messages out. That's what we're there for. That's why we created this. We have all sorts of programs, from cancer, diabetes, all the way through mental health. We have an addiction show. It's actually called Recovery. We have a foot health show. It's incredible. And it's there for you to use, not only to listen to, but to also get your messages and your information out. Thank you very much.